Do 5 questions in 5 minutes.
Okay.
So, hello and welcome to 5 by 5, the show that interviews leaders in medicine, med tech, and healthcare to discuss their careers and their ideas through 5 questions in 5 minutes. And I'm your host, Richard Purcell, the Director of Business Development at LeagueMed. And I have with me Dr. Sima Yakoby Epstein, an
Hi.
orthodontist and entrepreneur. And we're really excited to talk to Sima about her career. What motivated you to become a dentist, aesthetic dentist, and then an orthodontist? What made dentistry a particular focus for you?
It was the orthodontist in the emergency room that put my teeth back together, that looked like Santa Claus, that told me that good things would come from all of this and that I was going to succeed and help other people in life. And I believed him. Mhm.
And you've decided to become an entrepreneur and leave clinical practice. What was the deciding factor to make you decide to become an entrepreneur?
Because I felt that I could add so much value to the other end of the patient that I did not have access to. And I thought I should really do some research and investigation on all the things that I could create that were, science based. And I felt that that would be an extension of my education to be able to help patients when they were outside the office.
Helping people when they leave the office. I like that. And what are the benefits of tweaks in your oral care line of products? What are the primary benefits that you think of your product line at OrthoNew?
I believe it changes the standard of care to a very elevated and inspirational um, way for patients and parents to really see themselves as not just patients, but patients that can really have control over their health and happiness, not only inside the office, but years after they leave us orthodontists. And I feel that it's really beneficial because no one's ever done these types of products before that have integrated science and research into products that are applicable to real emergencies and real issues dealing with the oral microbiome and dealing with the oral cavity. So that's really exciting to me to be able to be the first to introduce these products as a standard of care. And I think these products will extend into many different specialties of dentistry and medicine as well, given the foundation and the integration of multiple ingredients in different categories.
Well, giving patients control of their own health when they're
Correct.
not inside the office. You've hit on a very important point in the overall healthcare ecosystem now, is giving people control that they lack right now. What advice would you give to anybody who's got a new idea? If they're a medical practitioner, what advice would you give to an entrepreneurial medical practitioner?
I would say find a mentor in the industry that has done something similar and try to establish a relationship very early on with people that are experts in the field to really bypass a lot of the nuances that an innocent entrepreneur goes through. I think it will extend the rate of success for them, and I think it will be a powerful path to be able to follow rather than navigating it on their own for a couple of years before that happens.
What was the hardest part about learning business and finance coming from a medical background?
I feel that I didn't really have the financial IQ necessary to really understand or relate to the terminology that people were speaking with me on.
Mhm.
Like even the simplest terms, like I would have to look up because I didn't really know what they meant. I'd never heard of them before. So it was really just learning a different language. And I felt, compelled, just like I did in orthodontic school, to just learn everything I could about it. And that's what I did. And I did good.
And just to wrap up the last questions here, this has been a great conversation. What would you think are the best things about LeagueMed that we can give to healthcare practitioners that they don't currently get in their lives?
Great question. I believe LeagueMed can give medical practitioners the ability to be introduced to the greatest of people, not in their industry as well as in their industry, to collaborate with, minds that they would never have otherwise been introduced to, and to be able to start a platform for themselves for innovation or for things that they aspire to do as medical practitioners. And I think LeagueMed can provide the right expertise, the right connections, the right platform for medical practitioners to really extend what their value is into the field and the industry in which they're in.